Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today I thought we could play some more poker together, and today we are going to be using this Bicycle Aurora deck. So let's crack this open and take a look at the cards. Let's get this promotional art card out of the way. They're a bit harder to read than a standard deck, but I hope that won't be too much of a distraction. Let's just make sure we have both jokers out of the way, and then we can give this a quick shuffle and begin. Now we're going to play this as we always do, which is purely for fun. There will be no gambling tonight, or this morning, or perhaps this afternoon, depending, of course, when you watch this video. Now, it is quite windy outside today, so you may hear that come over the mic at times. I hope not, but I do not control the weather. So we'll give this one more little. There we go. And now we can begin. Let me find a decent place. I think that should work. Okay. The first card. Okay. I will take a look at my cards first. And now I will reveal your cards. Of course, I am not looking at these. Okay, memorize these two cards. Okay. I will set those aside. Let's go now to the flop. We have an 8 of hearts, a 6 of hearts, and a 2 of spades. How do you feel about this arrangement? Okay. The turn is a king of spades. Very interesting. And the river, a 10 of spades. Let's go now to the reveal. You had a 2 of clubs and a 3 of hearts. I had an ace of diamonds and a 5 of spades. Let's take a look here. You have a pair of 2s. Congratulations. You have won this hand. Let's play again. Now, of course, I don't know how many rounds we're going to play. I say we just go until we feel like it, right? And I think one more should do the trick quite nicely. Let's play again. Okay? A card to me, a card to you, a card to me, a card to you. I will take a look at my cards and your cards. Memorize these cards. Take a good long look. Okay. And those are now off to the side. Let's see what is the flop. A 3 of diamonds, a queen of clubs, and a 10 of clubs. Very interesting. Very interesting. Does this change your perspective? The turn is a 4 of spades. And finally, the river is an ace of clubs. Let's go now to the reveal. You have a king and a 6 of diamonds. I have a 10 of diamonds and a 4 of hearts. Now, let's take a look. King, queen. If only you had a jack. I don't. I see now I have a pair of 4s. I believe that means I have won this time. Of course, this being entirely for fun, there are some things that I may miss. I am not by any means a professional poker player. I play very casually, but therein lies some of the joy of doing this together. We don't have to feel any sense of competition. We don't have to one-up each other, so to speak. Now, at the time of recording this, I just watched the Xbox Games Showcase for 2024, and I have to say I was decently surprised at some of the games that they announced. The PlayStation one that they did I think a week ago at this point, I think it may have been the 1st of June, the PlayStation event this year was remarkably underwhelming. But the Xbox event, I was actually impressed by some of the work that they were showing off. Especially a game called South of Midnight looked very good. So here are your cards. Okay, memorize these 2 cards. But I am not sure what games you all play. So let me know in the comments if you watched the showcase or what kind of games you like to play. A 3 of hearts, a 6 of spades, and a 6 of hearts. Very nice. The turn is the 2 of clubs. And finally, an ace of diamonds for the river. Let's now go to the reveal. You had a 9 of hearts and a king of clubs. I had an 8 of hearts and a 2 of diamonds. So that means I have a pair of 2s. You have a pair of 6s that we both share, and not much else, so that I believe is a 2-pair victory for myself. Thanks for playing. Let's try again. But as I was saying, this South of Midnight game that I recently just saw, I only tuned into the show during the middle of its trailer, So I don't quite understand what the backstory is, but the art style was something that I really enjoyed, and it looked like a single-player game where you fight giant monsters. So I was immediately interested in that, because if there is one type of game that I enjoy, it would be open-world survival games. But if there were a second type of game, it would be single-player games where you fight giant monsters. That is also not Monster Hunter, because somehow Monster Hunter gets that wrong, in my opinion. I have tried to play Monster Hunter games before, and I don't know what it is about the game, but something about the Monster Hunter series just really turns me off. So, I'm hoping there are less, like, I don't know if it's the RPG elements, or I really don't know. I can't quite put my finger on it, but something just feels off in those games. So honestly, it could just be the story. I think the story in the Monster Hunter games is usually pretty lackluster, but I don't know. I'm hoping it's less like Monster Hunter, and that's about as far as my hope actually goes. So, a card for you, a card for me, a card for you, and a card for me. Let me take a look. And your cards are as follows. Memorize these cards. Okay. Let's begin. We have a 3 of diamonds, a 9 of spades, and a king of diamonds. Alright. Now, for the turn, a 2 of clubs, and the river, a 2 of diamonds. The reveal, I have a 6 of hearts and a 9 of diamonds. You have a 6 of spades and a 7 of diamonds. So let's see here. You only have 4 diamonds. I don't have anything. We share this pair of 2s. I think both of us have lost this time. I did not see a clear winner, but perhaps there is something that I missed. You can always feel free to let me know in the comments, because as I am currently recording this, my vision is obscured by my recording equipment. So it's very likely that there's a thing or two that I've missed in these videos due to the way that I have to set these up. But that is fine. Let's just give these a good mix. I have been working on some physical therapy for my left hand, so I am gaining some strength back in that hand, and hopefully I'll be able to do more proper shuffling in the future. But as it stands right now, I still do not have much dexterity in my back 2 fingers here, so I can't really grip things very well. So it's a process, is what they tell me. But hopefully that will be mended in the future. Let's play again. Alright, let me gander. And your cards hope you have memorized those cards, because it is time for the flop. A 6 of hearts, a 9 of diamonds, and an 8 of spades. The turn, a 9 of spades, and the river is a 7 of hearts. Time for the reveal. I have a king of spades and a 3 of hearts. You, my friend, have a queen of hearts and a 5. Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that 5 cards? I believe it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Congratulations, you have, I believe, that is a straight. Could also be a flush. Allow me to check my cheat sheet very quickly, just to ensure. You have, yes, indeed, you have a straight. Let's just make sure one final time. We have a 5 as your first card, a 6 as your second card, a 7 as your third card, an 8 as your fourth card, and a 9 as a fifth card. Or you could use this 9 instead as your fifth card. It's really up to you. Congratulations. Somehow I feel that you, dear viewer, have much better odds than I do when getting these more difficult hands to appear. But perhaps I am incorrect. I'm sure I could go back through the footage of these videos and actually quantify that mathematically, but I am not going to do that. So we will just leave it to whatever the universe decides for us today. You know, another game that really interested me at the Xbox showcase was a Life is Strange sequel. More of a direct sequel to the original Life is Strange game, with the original character returning. And the original Life is Strange game, when that came out, I believe it was 2014, I think. I could be wrong, but the original Life is Strange game I thought was excellent. I really, really enjoyed. I wasn't too into the prequel game or the second game or the third game as much as I was, or the Captain Alex spinoff, but that was free, so that's not that big of a deal. But some of the other games in the series I was not really sold on, so hopefully this one is just as good as the original, but I'm trying to temper my expectations for that. And here are your cards. I hope you have those memorized. As we now go to the flop. A 6 of hearts, a queen of diamonds, and a jack of spades. Very interesting. On the turn, the 7 of hearts. On the river, the 9 of spades. Alright, for the reveal, 5 of clubs and an ace of hearts. For you, an 8 of hearts and a 2 of spades. Let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, no 10, queen, jack, no 10. I believe we have both bombed out on on this round, unfortunately. Let's try. Oops. Let's try again. I feel like I need to do a better job shuffling these today. Let me try. I will do my very best. One more, I believe, should do nicely. Okay. One for me, one for you, one for me, and one for you. And your cards are as follows. I really hope those are properly in frame and focused so that you may read them. Alright, keep those in mind. The flop, the 9 of spades, the 6 of spades, the 5 of hearts. Okay? How do you feel as the board is laid out? The turn, the 4 of clubs, and finally the river, the Queen of clubs. The reveal. I have a King of Hearts and a 7 of diamonds. You have a 4 of spades and an 8 of spades. Let's see, you have a pair of 4s, and I believe that is it. But that does mean you have succeeded in this round. Congratulations. We will go again. That felt like a good shuffle there. See if we can't replicate it. That one felt alright. That one felt not ideal. Now, there was a game at the Xbox Game Showcase that blew me away in a bad sense. It blew me away in the fact that I can't believe they are greenlighting another hero shooter. There was one announced at the Sony press conference as well earlier this month, and I thought for sure that was going to be the only 5v5 hero shooter that we are going to see this week. But I was incorrect, unfortunately. I do not understand what the appeal is to 5v5 hero shooters. I don't know that we should even still be making 5v5 hero shooters when Overwatch failed so incredibly in so many different ways. But I suppose everyone wants their own live service title for whatever reason. Well, I say for whatever reason, but I know that reason is money. I understand. Let's see here. Okay. Your cards are as follows. Keep these in mind. Okay? But, as I was saying, I just am blown away that we have 2 hero shooters coming out in the next 12 months that we are going to have to watch entirely flame out, especially if they are not free games, which I don't believe they are. I can't even remember the name of either one, the Sony one or the Xbox one. But if they cost more than $0, I can guarantee you they will not succeed as gaming platforms, especially as live service titles, and especially if they introduce battle passes. But that is a conversation for an entirely different video if I ever do get around to making it. So let's review. We have a 4 of clubs, an ace of hearts, a 6 of hearts, an ace of spades, and an 8 of clubs. To the reveal, I have a queen of diamonds and a 3 of clubs. You have, my friend, a 5 of clubs and a 5 of diamonds. So you have a 2 pair. Congratulations, you have beaten me yet again. Let's play, I think 5 more should do the trick. I think I hear an oriole outside. I don't know if you can hear it. Is that an oriole that I'm hearing? Or is it a cell phone? Hard to tell. Perhaps it's a bird mimicking a cell phone. Anyways, there's a lot of strange noises going on outside. I may need to cut at some point. We'll see. I hope not, but let's proceed onwards. Your cards are as follows. Keep those in mind. Have you memorized your cards? Can you picture them in your head? As we go to the flop, a 4 of diamonds, a jack of spades, and an ace of diamonds. We have an 8 of diamonds on the turn, and the river is an ace of clubs. Let's see, I have a 10 of diamonds and a 9 of clubs. You have a 6 of clubs and an 8 of clubs. You have a pair of 8s and a pair of aces. Congratulations once again. You are doing quite well today. Perhaps this is the hand where I catch up. You know, the unfortunate thing about living in a place like this, where I live, where the walls are so unbelievably thin, it becomes very difficult to record in the afternoon like this. So I'm sorry if I get distracted by any outside noises from any neighbors entering or exiting the building. But I was hoping to do this in daylight because it looks nicer, I think, on the cards, so they're not completely washed out by orange. But let's play. I believe this is hand number 3 of 5. I can't remember now. And your cards. Memorize them. Okay. As we go now to the flop. A king of spades, a 7 of hearts, and a 3 of, or a 5, of clubs. Okay. On the turn, we see a 10 of hearts, and on the river, a queen of hearts. The reveal, I have a 3 and an ace of diamonds. You have a jack and a 4, jack of spades and a 4 of diamonds. So let's see, king, queen, jack, no 10, no 9, so nothing there. I have nothing. So, no glory for either of us, unfortunately. So, let's try again. This, I believe, is hand number 4 out of 5, so we will only have one more after this. Only one more hand after this. So let's make this a good one, shall we? Let's. 1 for me, 1 for you, 1 for me, 1 for you. Okay. And your cards are as follows. Keep those memorized. And we will now go to the flop. The 4 of hearts, the 2 of hearts, the 4 of spades, the turn, the 3 of hearts, and the river, the 8 of spades. Let's take a look. Let's see here. I have a 4 of clubs, giving me a 3 of a kind. You have a 6 and a 10, a pair of 4s. I have finally won a round. Well played by you. Let's now play our final hand. This a nice, good shuffle, or as good as I can at least. One more, I think, should do the trick. There we go. A card for me, a card for you, a card for me, and a card for you. Let me take a look. And yours are the following. Okay, keep those memorized. And the final hand will now unfold the flop, the 4 of spades, the 2 of hearts, the 9 of clubs. Okay. The final turn, the ace of hearts, and the final river, the 4 of clubs. Let's take a look now at the reveal. You have a queen of hearts, a 7 of spades. I have a 5 of spades and a 5 of spades and an 8 of spades. So I don't see anything in here for either of us. Let's remedy that with the real final hand. That was just a warm-up. The real final hand will now take place. Of course, we are taking a mulligan on that last one. It never happened. Okay? Let's see here. That felt kind of bad. I'll do one more. That also felt kind of bad. That felt much better. Okay. This, of course, is the real final hand. A card. For me, a card. For you, a card. For me, a card. For you. Let me take a look. Okay, and yours. Keep these memorized. Let's take a look at the flop, the 7 of hearts, the 2 of spades, the 6 of spades. The turn is the 4 of clubs, the river, the 8 of spades. The final reveal. I have a 9 of diamonds, a 3 of spades, you have a 5 of hearts, and a 4 of diamonds. Let's take a look here. 3, no 3s, 9, no 9s. You have a pair of 4s. You, my friend, have claimed victory. Now, I want to say thank you for watching this video. I would also like to say thank you for the continued show of support to my videos over the last year and more. It brings me such joy to see all of the comments and the likes and the shares. So, thank you very much for all of that over these last 13 or so months. I hope to speak with you all again soon, and goodbye for now.